Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We are back in the Ferrari 296 Challenge Edition, this time at Barcelona, Circuit de Catalunya. It's not me behind the wheel, it's Gianni Lutzu. If you don't know, he is an iRacing god, real-life racing driver and full-time driver coach. So if you want to improve your own skills, just check out the description. There's a link to his website. He's the guy that got me fast. Right, let's go. Down the main straight looking for his entry into turn one, whilst apparently my voice is breaking. Exciting news. Right, at roughly the 150 mark, we're going to brake up to about 90%, hold it, down to third gear, back on the gas at the apex. Just going to do a little lift as we go through turn two. Once again, the track back's having a bit of an aneurysm. In fourth gear, lightly on the brakes as we went through the initial part of turn three. We're going to be pushed outside, that's absolutely fine. Now, just as we get to the yellow and black, we're on the brakes up to about 80%. I'll show you what I mean by that. You missed it. Beautiful sunrise here. On the gas back up to 100%, head over to the right hand side now before we get there. On the brakes up to about 60%, down to third gear, smoothly back on the gas, swing back round through turn six, nice wide entry into turn seven, leaves it in fourth gear, back on the gas, tries to avoid that sausage curb. Going to brake at the end of this rumble strip, on the brakes only up to about 45%, keeps it in fourth gear, back on the gas nice and early, exits wide. Going to head over to the right side now. We're looking for the 150 marker. Once we've gone through that, on the brakes up to about 90%, and again a long old hold, picking back up on the gas in third. Quite a tricky corner even though it doesn't look it. Now we cut back inside, long trail off, picking back up on the gas in third, wanting to get our right hand tyres as close to that apex as possible. End of the curb again, light dab on the brakes, back on the gas, having cut the corner in fourth. Now at the sausage curb, on the brakes, final time up to about 50%, and back on the gas in fourth. Exits nice and wide, pins his ear back for the line. And over and across he goes in a 1:39.3. Right, got the breakdown lap coming up next. So here we are on the breakdown lap. So as we come into turn one, I said we're braking briefly at roughly the 150, but there is no 150 marker. So you've got to look on the left-hand side, you've got the 200 and the 100, and then on the right-hand side, you've got this entrance road that's sort of arm code off. It's basically once you get to the that road on the right-hand side, as you can see now, on the brakes, and he holds it at around 85-90% until we get past that white line. Now he's wiped the speed off, he's going to trail it off, turn in and pick up on the gas in third. Just a lift as we go through turn two. Now he wants the sort of middle corner entry for turn three, and he's just going to lightly go on the brakes, only up to about 10%, trails it off and then back on the gas smoothly in fourth. Right, if you look at the rumble strip up ahead, so we've got the white and red, then it goes to yellow and black. It's once we get to the yellow and black, as you see, they're on the brakes up to about 80%, and again, trail it off down to third, picking back up on the gas around here, as soon as you can see these Repsol signs up ahead. Head over to the right hand side. Now there's no braking marker here, but basically it's as soon as you're straightened your wheel as you're moving towards the outside, you're going to brake in a straight line all the way up to the end of the curbing here. Now we're going to trail it off and picking back up in third gear more or less as soon as you can start seeing this maroon and yellow. Except it's not maroon, it'll be purple if it's Catalonia. Anyway, right, we now want to go to the outside of turn 7, so we're going to start braking just before we sort of get to the outside of the track. We briefly hit 80%, going to trail that off, and now we're picking back up on the gas in fourth. Be the colours of the Basque region. Right, on the left-hand side, we've got this curbing here. Now, once we get to that, we hit 45%. Quick trail off, back on the gas in fourth. It's going to push you out wide. This is fine. Any further over to the left is a problem. Right, we're going to go through the 150, and our braking is actually going to happen just before we have this electronic flag thing on the right side. So as you can still see it there. And now I can still see it in the right-hand triple, but we're already on the brakes. And again, he hits just shy of 89%, trails it off, picking back up on the gas in third again once we can see these grandstands. We're going to lightly go on the brakes here, only up to, for what, briefly 50%, and then it's a long trail off, picking back up on the gas mid-corner. And the final one, we're going to do a light dab on the brakes as we get to the end of this rumble strip, but really cutting that corner. And the final braking is going to be this sausage curve. So once we get alongside it, on the brakes up to about 50%. And again, you want to keep your wheels on the right-hand side of the sausage curve so you're not having to cut back across and bounce up and down on corner entry. Tried that, doesn't work. Well, I mean, it does work. Doesn't work well. And there we have it. Pins his ears back for the line. And over and across he goes in a 39.3. Right, one final version coming up next with the driving line on without me talking. By the way, if you are watching this and you've enjoyed it, please do hit the like button. I get so sad when I see sort of 3% like on, 2,000 views. Makes me feel like I failed. Anyway, enjoy.